condition.
Jing's helping you.
You can share it.
Yeah. Hold on.
I just woke up.
She just woke up.
Me too, to be honest.
You can share it. 妈，你要这怎么放？就可以吗？
Uses one.
Cut it.
Like that,
I
and
just
then
you
that
do this.
But I want to knock the speaker off.
to
Speaker?
spotlight them both.
Okay, just turn your phone on.
Yeah. And then if you need a minute.
这个你去那在那看一下，再看。
Sure. Can you look this for just a second?
Wait,
At
what
the
do you
beginning,
mean?
maybe you don't need the second camera.
If you just use that audio
You
button,
start cooking.
Yeah, I don't want one audio. I just got equal.
then just mute it. You don't have to
Yeah,
turn
mic
the audio
off. The mic off here.
It's already off.
So, Kisna, I'm looking for my setting camera. Let me see which one is the angle. Same as last time.
I already
Okay.
did it.
So angle should make higher. You said last time is good, right? So then I make this higher.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Hold on. Is it good height?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Try that.
Okay, good. Let me look at you.
Do you hear this?
She's checking.
Do you hear this?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the space.
Do you hear this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your camera, the camera on your body is facing up.
Yeah, I'm just having studied yet. So my.
There it is.
Okay. Yep, she hasn't flown. This one. Okay,
真的，
I'm gonna just.
可是真是他妈是这这这。
Is lighting good, Christina?
Good.
Yeah.
Good to you, good.
But now, I don't know, when you move to the faucet now, it's kind of in the middle of.
Okay, I'm going to.
You can.
This is the here,
Yeah, that's good.
and then I go here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's good, yeah.
Yeah, this yeah mostly these two, mostly here and here.
Yeah, do you do?
Okay.
That's good, yeah.
You can show them part. You can take them back. This one. Yeah, what do you?
Okay, good night.
Mhm.
Christina, how was the my voice last time? So
It was very good.
okay, I don't need
That's
this.
you. Good to you.
Which microphone are you using? The one on your iPhone or the one on your chest or the other one?
What's that?
It's the standing one.
So yeah, I'm talking about the
Yeah, but I did the.
okay.
But maybe it's better to use to mute the standing one and to turn on the
Okay.
one on.
Hello.
You didn't cook the rice. Mm. And this.
Yes. Kick eye.
And that guy. And then.
Try that one.
Okay.
Can you talk?
Okay, not better this one.
What do you think, Theo?
I'm using my belly camera mic. I can use both. I have a mic. Huh? Take a shot.
Take your chip. Well, this way.
Is it good, right? Okay, so I use sort of this. Okay.
Cut it.
Tadı kocaman kameranın Okay, let me see this one. Okay, let me push this. What's that? My daughter, I woke her up. So let me know when I want me to start. Okay?
Do you need these 3 plates?
Oh yeah, at the end.
3?
Yeah.
So the big, this one, do you want this big?
For the food eating. In this position.
Go to bed.
Food is not like the budget.
Okay, how to start this?
It's okay.
Already started. It's already started.
Okay.
Oh, wait. It's already playing. Don't worry.
Okay. So, what time to start?
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, you do.
You live next to me.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. My daughter's. Look at my son.
Google it.
Semester pasando.
Yes. Google it.
Ah, kamu cik tu. Kamu cik.
Kamu jadi nama jenis aku. Join audio.
Usually there's like a record button on the top left, and when I go to the more where it says record, it says record on this computer. Is that what you usually hit? No, it should say record to the cloud. Yeah. Do you not see that option? Yeah, that's there. Okay, that's the same as that'll go to the Zoom. Yeah. Okay. It's possible that Fernanda might, sometimes she comes in really last minute or even a couple minutes late, so you might have to just. Okay. And I see her. Yeah. Needs to go on the trip, but everybody's so late today. People are getting later and later as the year goes on. That's how it goes, yeah. So, Lobsang, let's wait 2 minutes.
Sure. Yeah. Take your time. Take your time. Today we have more time today. Actually, today I have more than enough time today.
I hope you can come to Caroline Farms when Dr. Nita's here.
Yeah, I'm planning
Okay.
in May, right?
Yeah, he's coming middle of April till middle of May.
Okay. Yeah, I talked to him. My daughter wants to come. She said,
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm not going to take her with me. No. She's asking, I want to come too. See, this is the time. Okay, as soon as I got almost like the both them will wake up and like make
Well,
kids
you
busy.
woke me up.
Go, go away. Goodness, these people.
Alright, bye. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I guess we should let them in and folks you can start with.
Meditation. Okay.
Just groups of people will come in slowly.
Okay.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for yeah, permission to record, yeah? Yes. Okay, perfect.
Recording in progress.
Got it.
Okay, Dr. Lobsang, you're in. Welcome back, everybody.
Okay. Let me know when you want me to start. Okay.
Yeah, we're ready for you.
Okay. Okay, let me turn this on. Okay. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. So today is another day that we're gonna have fun. And as usual, we start with the meditation. Let's take a deep breath in. And release all the stress that you have from last night, or if you're in afternoon, this morning. Take a deep breath in one more time. Lift your shoulder all the way up to your ears if you can. And then relax. And the last one more time. Take a deep breath in. Shoulder up. Relax, shoulder, relax. Leave your shoulder down. Okay. So I'm going to say the prayer in the Tibetan, and you should set up your mind that we did last time. So today's class is for the Tibetan wellness, especially for the cooking, which is the most important for our life. So after we learn some basic cooking here, so we definitely can use for ourselves and then benefiting to other people. So that's why it is for the spiritual practice that you want to share in the future. So let's have a good mindset. Sanje Jordan Zoje Jonam La Janjo Bado Danye Jabzoji. Dage Jizo Gebe Zonam Ye Dola Benje Sange Drobar Jo Sanje Jordan Zoje Jonam La Janjo Bado Danye Jabzoji. Dage Jizo Gebe Zonam Ye Dola Benje Sange Drobar Jo Sanje Jordan Zoje Jonam Chanjo Bado Dane Gabzoje, Dagi Jinso Gibe Sonamgi, Drola Benje Sangi Drubar Shu. Should I feel like this way? Sanye Chodan Zoye Chonam La, Chanjo Bado Dane Gabzoje. Dagi Jinso Gibe Sonamgi, Drola Benje Sangi Drubar Shu. Sanye Chodan Zoye Chonam La, Chanjo Bado Dane Gabzoje. Dagi Jinso Gibe Zonam Ye Drola Benje Sange Drobar Shu. Okay, shall we say it with a medicine Buddha prayer? Tujie go la nyo be jom den de chen sam de be ngan dro du ngan se do zum ne se sange menge ben dro ya ye wa la cha ze lo. I'm going to say shorter version one, okay? De ya da wo be gan ze ma be gan ze ara da som ka de so wa de ya da wo be gan ze. Begaziara Zazamuga de Zova, the other one, Begaze Mabina. And Zazamuga de Zova, the other one. Ranzazamuga de Zova, Gawa de Nudoda. Maybe Gabo to Yujidova, Chigama Luba de Sala Gruber show. All right. Okay, so today we are going to cook two dishes, one for tipa and one for bacon. So as per Tibetan medicine, So usually like, morning is the back-end, afternoon is the tiba, and then evening is the lung, right? So we did lung last time, soup for the dinner. And today I'm going to have a breakfast for the back-end as a Tibetan medicine doctor's give prescription, and then afternoon for the tiba, right? So, and I have, let me camera on face. Okay, I'm going to make a mixed veggie, simple mixed veggie dish. And then I'm going to make it 2 different options. One is with the tofu, and one is for the chicken. And usually, as we say in Tibetan medicine, so tipa never should have cooling kind of vegetable or all the ingredients. So these vegetables are the cooling, and then some of them are very neutral. For example, like mushroom is very neutral, and tofu is also very neutral. And bell pepper, they said, is kind of cooling. So I'm using that part. And the meat, chicken, I couldn't find the goat meat or mutton here. So they're just using a chicken. Chicken is not that hard, they said, but it's kind of hard. But chicken is, I'm going to use chicken for meat part. And then the breakfast, I'm going to make a porridge, oatmeal porridge. So oatmeal porridge is very basic and very accessible. And so I'm going to make oatmeal porridge as a breakfast. And then this one veggie, but I'm using the same ingredient, but only I'm changed with the tofu and meat. Okay, so it's very simple. And I choose these particular veggies here because it's very accessible. Everybody can get this vegetable everywhere. So that's why I choose the very, very normal vegetable and tofu as well. So tofu these days, I don't know where you guys from. So I think most countries, they have tofu these days, right? And ingredients, spices are here. These are my spices. Let me see. Here, this is clove. No, sorry. This is clove. I don't need clove today. So this is the coriander, and this is the, what do you call it? Cardamom. So cardamom is actually not that cooling, but I just might put cardamom here. I don't want to use cardamom. Cardamom is usually for the warm properties, very good for kidney actually. And I have a sesame here. It's my sesame seeds. And I have a chia seed. I have a cumin and mint. It's very cooling. And then garlic, of course, and no ginger today. And yeah, these are the basic ingredient I have. And let me see, sometimes when I cook, something pops into my mind and I will just explain to you. So right now, these are the ingredients I have. I don't want to close here, but just keep here for, I can use for the breakfast if you like for breakfast. And then of course here, turmeric, right? So, so it has a colors, color has a potency too, right? So turmeric is actually a very, very good herb, but also the yellow color is very good for tiba color. And instead of using a rice, I'm going to use quinoa today. There we go, quinoa. Can you see quinoa? So I'm going to use quinoa. And these are very, very simple ingredients. And if I have a time, I may make one salad, Indian called raita. Like it's Ayurveda also. It's very popular in the Indian cuisine, so it's very cooling. Yogurt and cucumber and cumin, that kind of like a salad. So I just make that one as well. And then what else? Yep. So there's the thing, and the first thing first. So we always have a plan, right? So if you want to make a rice, or you always put the rice first while you're making your rice, so then you can cut all the vegetables. For example, same thing as a porridge too. So let me boil my water in my water boiler, because I have the solar, so I try to minimize using gas because I have free solar energy. So once I have it boiled water, then everything would be easy. So usually if it's good to have a hot water ready all the time. There we go. I boil the water. While I'm boiling water, I wash my quinoa. I got this from Costco. If you are in the USA, so I got this from quinoa from Costco. I always have from Costco. Okay, as I said earlier, so I used I don't have proper measurement. Okay, you just see what I did, and then you can make your own measurement. Okay, based on that. So I just use 1 cup. This regular rice cooker's rice cup, and then I'm going to rinse this first to make sure that the was back up. This bit trouble okay, zip up. And I'm going to wash it. So when you use the quinoa, so you always good to have one strainer, right? It's very tiny, and so many of the seeds of the quinoa is over floating on the top of your pot, so you don't want to wash away with your water. So just stir and use strainer to save your precious quinoa seeds. Can you see that? It looks so beautiful, like a mountain. Okay, I at least rinse 3 times. I don't know how much I can. Can you imagine how much water we are wasting? Forget about when it is growing, but even after growth, so we have to use water to wash it. The quinoa itself, after that we have to wash again for our pots, everything. So it's a lot of water for the simple food. Okay, look at my, so beautiful when I was standing in. Okay, this time it's not. Okay, it's like a mountain. Okay, last one. Okay, so hopefully it's clean. Again, look at here. It's like kids playing this at a beach with the sand. All right. So I'm gonna use my filter water to rinse one more time. Okay, rinse. I hope so. I mess up. Okay, for I usually use quinoa mixed with the rice. So I hardly make only quinoa. My wife and we always use 4 or 5 different grains, like when you make rice. So okay, this is the one. So 1 cup of the quinoa. I'm not sure. I just put like maybe, let me look at it. I don't know when you if you are if you know how to cook rice without rice cooker. So there's two different ways to cook rice. So if you don't want to throw the rice water out, if you just want, so there's a, when you put the rice in the pot and put your finger, and the water should be like about like 1 inch above the rice itself. So that is the perfect water to cook the rice. You don't need to drain the water out. So in for Tibetan medicine, I heard that when you cook the rice, you always what do you call it? Drain the water out once it's boiled, because it is good to, sometimes it is too strong for digestion. So it's not just you rinse once, throw out all the starch from the rice. But these days rice cooker, who cares, right? Everybody simmer the water in the rice. So now here I'm cooking my quinoa here. So while my water is boiled, so let me prepare my porridge. Sorry. I have I got my porridge. I got this porridge. Let me show you. I got this one. What do you call this? Farmers 1 degree. I don't know what it is. So just use this one. Put this here. I just use 1.5 of this scoop. So it's good size for one person in the morning. So I use hot water, boiled water, so I don't need to use my gas too much. It's my cooking here. I cover my. So now when you're cooking oatmeal porridge, rice, quinoa, this kind of the stove, you have to be very alert. They overflow so easily. You know, milk, same thing. You know, when you watch your milk on the stove while it's boiling, it won't boil. You just keep waiting. Still looks like it's still not boiling. The minute you just look away from the stove, it's overflow. This is very normal happen. So now I have 2 stoves to watch. I have to be very careful. I don't want to mess up my stove. So while we're cooking these two, I'm going to cut my vegetables, prepare my vegetables. Okay, so tofu here, mushroom here. I already washed these vegetables. And let me cut the tofu. A lot of water there. So tofu is, I cut like this way, usually just cut half in the middle. It's easier for me to cut, how to say, that way. I mean, even that way. But I choose cut in half in the middle because I have a leftover tofu, right? So then I don't need to use an additional container to wash it. I can use this same container, but I cannot keep it open, right? Because it's hydrated. So I just fill the water in it. See, so now I don't need to use another. Can you hear the noise? That was my. It's ready. Okay, lower the flame. You should oatmeal so simple. Once you boil it, you can just literally just off now and leave it there. So see, so this water cover this tofu, so I don't need to worry about the drying tofu drying. So I just keep it in the refrigerator because the water is sealed. So there was water there. So just put it here. Don't look at my fancy refrigerator, okay? So now here tofu comes. It's a little bit too much tofu for this dish, but I just use cut anyway. So just see, can you see there? I told you. When you watch, you want to overflow. Just the minute I look away. So now once it boils, so just lower the stove flame and then wait. So sometimes you can hear the noise like a sizzling kind of noise. That means the water is almost dried out. So you have to be very careful. So you can just leave like this, and there's look if enough water there boiling right now. So I have to hold on. I have to push this in. So if you ask me how many minutes, I really don't know. Okay, I just eyeball it. So right now, I'll show you how you can tell. It's very similar. All the grains are same way to it like this. Right now, can you see still the very white part here? That hasn't cooked yet. So I'll just a little bit open the side. Little oil. And then we're going to get my tofu. I'm going to use that much tofu on this. I don't want to use too much tofu for this one. This tofu at the side. There we go. Okay. I don't know how do you cut your bell pepper, so I just usually take this core up. Can we hear there? Here my combos. Everybody's got a way to clean up your own veggie, right? So this is how I clean it up. I saw sometimes people just cut like this. I thought it's too much waste, so they throw away this entire piece. So I don't want to do that. So this is how people do this. Sometimes I saw it. They're professional chefs. They don't worry about the wasting stuff. They just want to be nice looking. So this one, I don't want to waste it. As I said, I just take this out. I just show you how other people are cutting it. So I just want to give the option. You definitely have your own way to cook all these things. Okay, so it's up to you. And let me here. So knives are sharp, be careful. These people have many different ways to cook. This is like an art, I told you, right? Cooking and cutting veggie as an art. Sometimes, so here you can just cut like a square. Sometimes people like to cut different shapes, like this kind of rectangle thing. You can, like this kind of shapes. I feel it's a little bit too much for entire bell pepper if I make 2 meat and veggie dishes. So portion is up to you. You know how many people you have. Today I'm cooking for 3 people. Let me look this way. Yeah, I think it's good for. I don't want to cook this, and then zucchini. And I use half zucchini. I think whole zucchini is still too much. So zucchini is very easy to be cooked, right? It looks still very fresh zucchini, so I don't want to cut too thin. And me, I just want to cut a little bit like an odd shape like this. See? Like odd. I don't want to have like just square. Can you see here? It's important to have very similar thickness, diameter, because when you cook, so you have to cook all this. Sorry. At the same time, right? So I don't want to put these two together separately in case I want to. Okay. Right. So now I have to check my quinoa. See, I'll show you. That's the magic part. That's the magic part here. Can you see there's no what do you call it? White. There's white there, but kind of like not warm white. It's like kind of. Let me show you close up. Then it's actually been cooked. We don't need 100% cooked because it was going to cook itself. Can you see? I don't know. So, can you hear the noise? Sizzling. Then this water is almost drying, so you should. Here's a good time to actually cover the lid because now steam itself cooked by itself. So 75% cooked with the water and 25% cooked with the steam itself. So I want to hide the flame a little bit because I want to dry out all the water. Otherwise, it's going to be like very mushy. So I can hear the sound. The water is almost drying. So just switch off. Let it cook with its own steam. Okay. So 25% cook with its own steam. So rice, same thing. Rice usually we just take one piece of the rice and we just smash it. And if you feel a little bit like hard piece in the middle, there's perfect timing. So then let this. So it shouldn't be 100% cooked. Then rice is going to be very mushy. So that is the way to cook. So quinoa should be the very similar way to cook. And here the mushroom. I'm going to put a few mushrooms here. 1, 2. I put only 3 pieces of mushroom. Sometimes, this mushroom, I want to, if there's meat, I don't want to put mushroom. The mushroom has very good, strong flavor. So meat, strong flavor too. Am I washing clean enough? Okay. Clean. Don't give me pressure. All right. So I'm keep looking at this camera. I'm looking at that camera. I don't know how you cut mushroom. I just want to cut mushroom this way. Don't too thin. It's no good. It's going to be cooked too fast. So just a little bit thick, and then look at the shape. That is the shape I need. Sharp knife is good, but you should need a steady hand, right? If you don't have a steady hand with a sharp knife, you get in big trouble. Okay, so where's my garlic here? My garlic is here. My onion is here. Again, garlic. Man, this makes your hands stinky. Someone told me you have just rinse your finger in the milk so it will wash away garlic smell. I really don't know, so I haven't tried it. So you can just try it if you think it's true or not. A little bit. You can mince it, so I don't want a little bit rotten at the bottom. So that's away. Man, very good smell. Very stinky smell. And this done, everything is done. So now my onion time. As I said, my least favorite things to cut is the onion because it makes me cry. Look at onions growing. It's been like 2. Yeah, I forgot to show you last time. This time I don't have. So usually I buy the green onion or a shallot, and then I use all the green part, and then the root I just put in the water. It grows itself. So I usually have this small bottle on the kitchen counter, and then I just use my green onion roots there to let it grow. So then I just transfer to in the ground. So I will show you later if I have a time. Again, no guarantee. No guarantee. If I have a time, I will show you later. So now I'm cutting this, and my least favorite things to cutting tool I want to put in jar right away. And here, just I don't want to get this smell out. So, okay, onion, you should, there's many different ways to cut, right? So it's based on your vegetable, and good to have a similar shape. So I'm going to cut like this way, okay? More like kind of similar shape. So it looks nicer like this kind of shape, right? Instead of like a ring. I love to cut like a ring, you know. So, but this time I don't need to have the onion. I want to put my onion in this. Otherwise, it smells. Because everywhere it makes me cry. Look at my time. Still, we have a good time today. Okay, so now my preparation is kind of like done. So usually, today I'm making for 3 people's meal. So we have 2 hours time, so it's more than enough for me. And 3 people or 6 people, I think the time-wise doesn't make any difference. Okay, so you don't feel like, wow, taking so much time, for 2 people, 3 people. No. 1 person to, I think, let us say 5 people, the cutting time doesn't make any difference. Maybe add a 5 minutes more if you want to add more, double the number of people, right? So it won't take that long usually. So, and if you're 1 or 2 people, I know it's not worth it, right? So it just takes so much time, and then time wise and money wise and everything, so doesn't make any sense. But you can cook. Yeah, I know. So it's difficult to have fresh food all the time, right? When I was by myself, once my wife and daughter goes away for the vacation, and sometimes I just stay home with my dog. So I just cook meal for 2 days. 2 lunch, 2 dinners together. So just I don't need to spend all my time for the cooking. So I know if you're single, I know it's difficult. Okay, let me look at my everything is ready. Ready. Porridge is ready. So I'm cooking my rice here in my rice cooker. And usually I told you I have a rice mixed with the quinoa, brown rice. We have like 6 different grains. I will ask my wife to show you. It's there, so let me get my. She is in charge of my rice today. What else? So this cooking's done. So now what I want to show you is if I have time, I was going to make bread. So I made my dough last night, and so this dough, can you see? Yeah. So I made last night. I want to make a piece of Tibetan bread or pita bread, whatever you want to call it. And I'll show you what I improved this one. It's not 100%. It's not 100% white flour. It is 75 mixed grain. I bought from Indian store. I will show you the name of the grains. I don't know what they have. There are many different grains. Maybe let me double check my now since I have time. Okay, this is the grain I bought from Indian store. Oops, it's upside down. Indian atta. Yes. Can you see the multi-grain? And this says it has 9 grain flavor. Can you see it? Blend. So what do they have? Wheat. Chana dal means chickpea. And corn, oat, barley, soybean, ragi. Ragi is the, I don't know what English called. I forgot. Ragi, jawar, I don't know these also, but I don't know what they have. Husk. All the pictures are here, by the way. It's beautiful, right? Yes, I use 75% of this wheat, I mean the flour, and then 25% white flour. Man, I love white flour. And when I bake something, it looks so nice. But okay, so now I use yeast and a little bit of sugar and salt, so it helps to raise. Remember what I said last time? Just this is how you knead your dough. Can you see it? Okay. So just knead, fold, basically same. Then you can see like this. You can have a nice ball here, right? And then how can you tell is the right? I don't know how to say. Enough time to knead. So just knead, and then it's going to be tired sometimes, you know. So when I was young, each person have like that kind of like a big, okay, so huge. So we have 10 people, a big countertop, we're just kneading. But no matter how big it is, but same way, this is the same way of kneading. And a little bit. And then I show you how. So then our chef come to check all the doughs, and then he will do this way, and then cut in the middle. That's good. Can you see that? That means you're good knead now. You don't need to knead anymore. So when I was young, so tiring, and I was wishing, when my chef master comes to me, say, "This is good enough. No need to need anymore, right? It's we need for like 15 minutes at least. It was a very big dough, and we are so little. And then just waiting, when my chef is come to say, "Good enough. No need to need anymore." So now, like this way. So I make only make 4. Again, see, same like this, and then here we go. Nice ball. Again, same way, just. Am I talking too much? And you can do it this way too, like in an easier way. Just. Yes, I'm cooking for long chipa pagan, but at the same time, we shouldn't have too rigid, right? A little bit fun. A little bit something that not really exactly the cooling and warming up stuff, because we have a balanced diet, right? So we need to have. See, here we go. This is the 4. I'm just going to set this for a while I'm cucumber for salad. Hopefully I find enough time to. Just here. It's very important to have a sealed. Right, here we go. Sealed. So it's going to be a little bit raised. I put yeast in it, so it's going to be double the size when I'm ready to cook. Let me wash my hands. So let me cut my cucumber for my salad. I want to wash this. So I'm using this vegetable washing thing. So there's so many pesticides, herbicides, whatever. So sometimes, I use dishwashing soap to wash. I thought, like, why we need every different kind of things for each individual things to wash, different products. I thought, like, my wife complained to me, no, you cannot do this. You have to use particular, product for the particular purpose. So I thought, why not? I can use this big cucumber. I save this half of the plastic, because you can see here, I just put it back, and then I don't need to seal again, just already been sealed. What do you think? Can we use regular dishwashing soap to wash the vegetables? Because the vegetables, the fruit, it has his own good skin, right, to protection. Okay, for example, even I use dishwashing soap, it won't absorb inside of the vegetable, right? So skin. So I don't know. My wife commented to me, no, you cannot do this. Let me look at it. Somebody messaged me. Oh, sorry, it's nothing. Okay, so it's for my salad. Let me get my Indian called raita. Indian raita is very cool. And I'm from, I was born and raised in South India. And this particular South Indian dish, South India is very hot. So they use a lot of cooling vegetables. So I don't peel the skin off because this is organic. And also, I believe it is a good organic. And also I wash with the, what it called? The vegetable wash. So hopefully it's clean. Or I like the texture of the, can you see here? Then I just dice it. This size. This depends. Some people make very, very small, but I just like a little bit like chunky. See? And in India, they also eat like this way, just a little bit salt and spice on the top, and just so good. Actually, I eat now. Very juicy. Sorry. Oh, cilantro. Usually preparation takes time, right? I cut meat last. These cilantros got from my neighbor. They grow a lot of cilantros. Look at that, how beautiful it is. I'll show you. Very crisp now. Very aromatic. You can see how green it is. So I'm going to use some. Cilantro is a very cooling spice. It's fresh cilantro, even better. Yeah, usually preparation takes time. Once the preparation is done, and then it's done. So I know everybody's busy. So if you have a time, so I like cooking. So you listen to some good music. But people say, yeah, it has to be mindful cooking. Everything has to be mindful, one at a time. Cannot have multi-purpose. Well, we are regular human beings, so we have to be balanced, right? Yes, it has to be mindful cutting, mindful eating. But we are normal human beings. Sometimes like to have fun too. I'm not saying like mindful cutting vegetables is not fun, but just saying. Here we go. Somebody's coming here because he heard I'm cooking. Mama. Okay, I'm going to. Okay. Slow. Okay. Don't. He's like a baby, always expecting something from me when I was preparing my dish. So go. Put it. Go. Here. I told you last time that his name is Momo. Tibetan loves Momo, so my wife and daughter loves Momo. So they want to give his name is Momo. So now when we go to, man, it's a lot of problem. When you when we talk, so we have to be very careful. When we're going to eat momo, we said we're going to eat momo tonight. So I said, what? We have to, we're going to buy momo meat. So what meats? We have to buy 2 different meat for him. He's waiting for me here. Okay. I'm telling you, I love dog, but I'm not like a crazy dog lover. I used to have a dog when I was in India growing up. But once again, dog here is different. So this dog, he's for Momo, is for my wife and daughter. But now it becomes mine. Okay, so now everything's done. I'm going to warm up my pot now. So do you want to see my quinoa and porridge here? These two are, see, look at how messy it is. So when you boil the rice, yeah, always happening this way. No choice. Okay, so I'm going to make this Indian salad called raita with yogurt. I made my own yogurt almost every time. Don't look at my refrigerator. This is the yogurt I made. It's very good yogurt. And yogurt culture. When I was growing up, we never had particular yogurt culture. We always save the leftover yogurt to make the next yogurt, right? So it's like a transmission, unbroken lineage transmission. But here, my wife got us some yogurt culture from Taiwan. This one, they call Pro Yogurt. It's from Taiwan, but actually there's an American brand. I don't know, so you can tell me if you know this brand. Called Pro Yogurt. Sorry. It's Pro Yogurt. Is it? Yeah. Can you see it? Yeah. This one. So it says it has how many bacteria? Let me see. There's a lot of bacteria in it. You cannot believe how many billions of culture. It's like probio, whatever. So anyway, it's very good. Supposed to be good yogurt culture. Okay, so I'm making yogurt with this culture. So hopefully it's good bacteria. Let's say that. So now my pot is kind of warm. I put very little. Okay. I don't want too much oil. I don't know if I told you, my wife is from Taiwan. She's a very good cook. Okay. While I'm warming up oil, I'm going to cut my chicken now. Okay, so remember I told you last time I want to cut chicken at the last, meat last. But I don't want to wash my chopping board in the middle, so I got a chicken breast. Sorry if you're a vegetarian. Here we go. He heard my chicken thing coming here now. Let me hit it again. This is what Tibetan people said when there's some sinful things. There was okay? So let me get my flame. So I'm going to use only half of it. So I don't want too much meat just for sample today. Otherwise, I should make only vegetarian, but I just want to show you the meat part. But I'm going to eat no matter what I make. But you guys, it doesn't make any difference to you guys, right? It's just only for myself. Sorry. So when you cut the meat, also should be like a similar shape. Because when it looks nicer, all like. So now this boy is expecting that if we're going to drop something on the floor, he's ready to catch. It's a very good catcher. Right, Momo? You're a good catcher, right? You can catch Let me do small. Yeah, it's for my meat. I want to marinate it. Let's see, I told you, so now I have to wash my this very clean very thoroughly. I don't want to have bacteria grow. I just marinate it with very simple, just a little bit of salt. Let me turn on my fan. Okay, today, let me show you. In order to set my time to washing my pots, so I'm just using the same pot for meat and non-vegetarian. Okay, sorry for that. So usually what we usually do is, sorry, just close this. Let me show you. I fry the chicken first and then take it out, and then I use the veggie one. Then I mix everything at the end, two different dishes. Okay, so now it's warm enough. Has to be warm. You know, in a restaurant, they have very nice looking vegetables when you come to your table because they have very high flame. So high flame makes very different. You know, just cook very fast with a high flame. It keeps the goodness of all the veggie like color. You know, like green, red, whatever. It keeps very nicely. So if the flame is low, then you have to cook a little bit longer. They're going to be like soggy vegetables. So, but at home we don't have such a high flame stove, so it's difficult. So now I'm going to look at this meat. What I do is to cook very fast. Sorry, just a moment. I burn it up. I didn't put too much oil. So what I'm looking for is, I try to seal all okay, they put 50% on the. So I only cook for 50%. Okay. So when you cook with veggies, you cook another 50%. So I cook 50% on the stove, and then when you put in your bowl here, it's going to cook another maybe like 10-15% by itself with the heat. Okay, so now I'm going to use the same pot as I said earlier. I don't want to wash it. Sorry for taking. I don't want to waste my time. Okay, garlic first. Remember, it extracts all the goodness of garlic taste. Not too long. I don't want it too. So if you want a crunchy oil, a crunchy onion, so you don't need to cook too long. Just a little bit, fry a little bit. Just fry a little bit, and then add veggie because otherwise it's going to be like soft. So it's up to you. So I like crunchy one. My wife doesn't like crunchy. So put mushroom. And this zucchini takes a little bit longer time than the batter, so just put it on the high flame now. Okay, sorry, I'm making. A little bit of salt. So I have boiled water, a little bit of water. Don't put too much water. There's going to be that little bit of water. The steam can help. The steam can help to cook. So okay. You know tofu? Here. Tofu's here. Sometimes people, I sometimes cook tofu first in the oil, like a little bit fried. And then also I have air fryer. I put the air fryer. It's more like crunchy and I like that way too. So you have optional. So tofu is actually a very good dish. You can have many different ways to cook. So here I'm going to put tofu and bell pepper, everything together. So now here, okay, I'm going to put a little bit coriander seeds. Coriander is not that strong, so a little bit more. So okay, it's up to you. How much taste do you like? Just a little. And the cream. So I put a little bit of cardamom. Actually, cardamom is for the warm temperature, I mean warm earth. But you know, in order to balance, put a little bit of cardamom. Also taste-wise too, you know, a little bit of cardamom. You know, sometimes if you like different tastes, you can add some little other spice to enhance the taste. You know, you don't have to be like too rigid for your dish. You know, a little bit of fun. Enjoy your life, right? So look at how beautiful it is now. It's actually literally is done, to be honest. So it depends upon how well done veggie you want, right? And I like a little bit crunchy, not well done vegetables. So some people like a little bit like, I mean, the more cooked vegetable. So it's up to you. And so literally, actually, the cooking time is so easy. But most of the time it takes for the preparation, right? Preparing the cutting the vegetable, all these kind of things take so much time. So, but still, if you do faster, you can do faster. So today, I'm just for the kind of like a show, I do slower. Usually, it's fast. Everything done within 1 hour. Even making the doughs to make it bread or rice, everything. You know, so it's kind of like done now. Then, so vegetable usually cannot cover too long. So it's a little bit that if you cover the lid for the vegetable, it's going to be like very, you know, soggy, and then vegetable color changes. So vegetable always fry with a very high flame. It's done now. So now I'm going to put a little bit sesame oil. Just taste a little bit. And then I put most olive oil. Because olive is really cooling. Cooling oil also looks nice and tastes very good too. I'm going to put this down and switch off. Let me put my You see how much I put? It's up to you. So it's done actually. I don't want to cover the lid on it, so because it's going to be like a color's going to be brown. So right now, look at the color; it looks so nice. And then what I'm going to do, as I said earlier, I'm going to make a chicken pot, right? So now I left a little bit because I shouldn't be tofu mixed with this one, but it's okay. So I just have a extra pan. I cannot avoid it. And there we go. So what I do is I just make a chicken pot. See here, I put the chicken there and then mix with half of this vegetable, and then we can have two different dishes. Sorry, I just shouldn't be mixed both. I should save some. I can just take the one veggie part. So now I have my chicken put into this pot. I'm going to show you how to make the chicken. A little messed up this part now. Now fun part, decoration part. Decoration part, so beautiful. So you have to be very careful. You know the turmeric color is so strong. If you have white color clothing, it's going to mess up. Look at the color. So it's up to you the color. So look at how beautiful it is. Okay, let me put my batteries. This is batteries. No. Batteries. Let me check. Okay, batteries. So this for your demonstration purpose only. So now chicken, right? So I just put some mixed veggie, no tofu, no tofu, no tofu. So this for the demonstration purpose only, okay? I told you, cooking is art. See, the chicken is very tender because I cook only 50% earlier. So I cook a little bit here. It's done. So chicken is very tender. Otherwise, if the meat's cooked, it's well done, it's becoming like more dry, right? So I have a, what do you call it? Here. So you want to see my quinoa? The quinoa is here. Look at the hot tomato leaves. Hot tomato leaves. So the quinoa actually is also very good for breakfast too, you know, so we can try it with breakfast. I'll show you how I usually eat. So I love yogurt. I'll show you how we eat later. So okay. The quinoa. Should I eat, put in my plate? What time is it now? It's dinner time. So let me do my presentation for my lunch plate first, okay? Oh, I haven't done my bread yet. So now I'm preparing for my bread. I have this griddle. Okay. Just go back, go back. And then this one, put this back. Put this back. I share my turmeric with my dog, so I give him this is my oatmeal. It's my breakfast. My chicken mixed veggies, or chicken mixed veggies kind of like just only for presentation only, just not really. It's covered with this. I don't want to cover my this veggie because it's going to be. Oh, what happened? It's going to be like a color is going to be brownish, so I don't want to get my. This is veggies here, so I give it a bit left right. This one. Is my kitchen counter messy? Don't look at it here. Okay. There we go. Preparing that. Look at the bread. So Tibetan people loves this kind of like a bread. We call bread, but actually flat bread. This bread is too many different variety of bread. So I'll just show you 2-3 different kind of, not 2-3, this. See it? When I was growing up, we have this kind of bread every morning, fresh bread and fresh cow milk. Okay, it's kind of warm now, so I'm going to put in the spoon. I'll put these two together. I'm just showing off, okay? Let's just show one more thing in a slightly different way. Sorry, I'm going to enjoy it, okay? So you guys cannot have a chance to have this tasted. Hopefully next time in the Pure Land Farm, we can have a party. Okay, going to show you this bread. So if you like oil, you put a little oil on it. I don't like oil, so I'll just put one without oil. So this bread, I'm going to make sure it's slightly different way, just for fun. And this is Indian called parota, but I put a little bit onion in the middle, a little bit oil, and then something in the green in the middle, so it looks nice. Just put a little bit green onion in the middle. The Chinese call green onion pancake. So just okay. So you have to be very mindful for all directions. Okay, so now here. So you're actually kind of done. So look at this breast, going to be a good one. It's going to be layers of this. Can you see that? And then just put them underneath. Okay, now you make that. Usually it's good to set for like 5 minutes, but I have no go to this already, so I still want to let it action up. Maybe wait for like 1 minute, so let me take care of it. Look at the color. The noise, sound, look at listen. Is cooked. Bang, 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 that is the cooked one. And we always put a small piece of paper towel at the bottom. So it's going to be moving too much today, sorry. Little paper towel because it's going to be wet, you know this. So then bread's going to be like soggy bread. So like a little bit of this, and then what can I find that? Second one is here. So it's waiting. Okay. This bread, put a little bit of oil on it. So okay, I'm going to turn on the fan. It's kind of big. You want me to show you my secret part of the layer? Let me check my mindful. If you want to see the more obvious layer, put a little bit of it separates, the layer better. Go to this, and then I put my green on here. I can salad this thing, just wait. Just wait. Salad. Can you see here? Look at this, look at this color. Okay, in order to see more layers, what I usually do, I'm just, as I mentioned earlier, it's like, cooking is art. No, I won't turn the stove. cooking as art, so I just looks like in many layers. I just do this way, okay? And then twist it, and then just so it becomes like more layers once it's done. So it's a little bit for 3 minutes, and then I just ooh. Uh, yeah. Yeah, oil is always messy. There's like Asian kitchens are always like a messy kitchen because of a lot of frying stuff. So now it's ready. Somehow people like onion pancakes. A little bit hard. A little bit hard. Okay, so messy. Messy. Probably you may be wondering how can I distinguish these two different bottles? One is hand soap, one is dish soap. Actually, both them are hand soap bottle when I was buying it. I like this bottle, very beautiful. And then I want to reuse it for the dishwasher soap. So now I put a heart shape here. This is for dishwasher soap. This is for hand. So now you know my secret. I like this colors, design, so I'm just reusing it. Pictures. Look at the color. Why I move this side here? Because it has a lot of oil inside. I don't like to use the why I move my bread this side with this more oil, so I just try to use this one in the corner. So here, and this side too. So just make sure I got all the oil used up. Even better color. Little bit brown. Okay, so we are almost done. But you guys can wait in a minute. So let me. Now here my breakfast porridge. I'm going to warm this up. This porridge is very simple, right? Breakfast is very simple. What I usually do is I get up and I come to the kitchen, and then I have boiled water, right? Just put it in okay. And then put the oatmeal and cover the lid. Then I want to go to wash my face. So by the time I finish my brush teeth and wash my face, come back, your breakfast is ready to eat. So oatmeal is already done. So this little bit too thick. And let me clean up my kitchen again, my kitchen and these everything's my pantry. So now, okay. And I don't know what you guys do. Regular milk, cow milk, soy milk. So my wife loves soy milk. I drink cow milk, so I use soy milk once in a while. This is soy milk. And today is pancake breakfast. Suppose this milk shouldn't be having for the bacon. It's kind of heavy sometimes. And then soya is the good actually. Soya. So I just put a little bit soya milk in it. And let it boil or warm it up. So Tibetan people, and most Asian people love eating warm food, right? So I don't know if you like, look at this bread. Can you see the layers? Is the layers there? Popping up because I put a little bit white flour in the middle, so that helps to separate the layers actually better, or easier, whatever. And then a little bit inside. Look at the side, the layers. You see the layers now? I'll show you once it goes. So I wish you guys are here with me. You can enjoy it. Can you hear the voice? That's done. See? So that means ready to eat. So now look at it here. Your powder is kind of like done. It's boiling. Right? Do you want to see my rice? It's good. It's from Taiwan, so I'm sure I'm not doing promotion. Like it's not from rice from Taiwan, rice cooker. Every Asian family has rice cooker. They cannot survive without rice. So let me show you how it's. Wow, look at there, my rice. I'll show you. As I said, my rice. Oh, you cannot see from that camera, right? We can show you. Oh. Look at it has basmati rice. Milk King's long grain. Long grain is the basmati rice. Okay, that's the rice. And white rice, brown rice, and she used Chinese called bili. Bili, right? Bili grain. And then usually put quinoa today with quinoa separately. And she has purple rice. It's the purple color purple rice. Look at this. I love this basmati grain. It's long, nice, elegant. So now, okay. Quinoa, but everything's ready now. So salad. I'm sorry. I have yogurt in my finger. I thought there's no camera in here, so this camera is here. I cannot. Hi. I have spoon. Too many spoons. I'm actually inside. Okay, a little bit of yogurt. Oh, sorry, you cannot see. Right? I don't know, have you guys tasted homemade yogurt without any flavor? You always have a flavored yogurt, right? Vanilla, what kind of sweet thing. And this is the original taste. You cannot believe it. If you want to have it a little bit stronger or sour, keep outside longer. So if you want more sweet, okay. So this cumin, a little bit of cumin. And then we're making for the tipa. That's my everything is cold. So what is the secret of the Tibetan medicine? Diet. Balanced diet is the best diet, right? So a little bit like black pepper. So it's too cold. Yogurt's cold. Cumin is cold. Cucumber is cold. cold, cold, cold. So now we add a little bit black pepper to balance out. You see? Also look nice too, right? So look at how beautiful it is. Let me take a picture. Oh, I cannot take a picture. I cannot take a picture. Okay, anyway, I'm just like, where's my mint here? I'm going to put a little bit mint, diced lemon. Sorry, I have to wash it. Finely chopped mints. Mint is cooling. See, everything is cooling, cooling, cooling. This is how people usually do. Like, oh, today is very hot, and drink an ice cream, ice drink, cold drinks, cold salad, everything cold, cold, cold. Then big trouble. So you have to balance it. As a Tibetan medicine practitioner, you have to balance that. Cold, 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 cold. A little bit black pepper. Cold. If you want to drink like smoothies, good. You can have all kind of ice, all kind of like fruit. You blend it, but a little bit ginger in it, so that makes you harmonize your what do you call it? Your fruit. A little bit of salt. Salt is here. Okay, again, I'm very artist, right? Artists always this kind of crazy idea. So this is this sea salt, it says, but then what I refill with the Himalaya salt. So I just keep using the same container forever. Okay, so you can use that. I reusing my soap container. I use everything is reusing. Well, environmental, frugal, they are same, right? There's no difference between frugal, environmental. And for the purpose of presentation, I want to put this in this plate. I mean bowl, sorry, not plate. But not environmental, but as stated. So for the nice looking presentation, a little more clean. So Tibetan parents don't like kids licking their own plate or bowl. So I'm licking it. So good. Sorry. Can I show you how to lick? No. It's very good, very good. Look at your. Okay, so now everything is ready to go. What time is it? Yeah, we still have a good time today. So cilantro. So now this is my presentation time, okay? How should I do? I'm making a nice plate for myself. You see that? Look how nice it is. That's good enough. And then put a little bit of quinoa. It's like simple. A little bit of quinoa. A little bit mixed grain rice. This is great for you. And then look at this. I want to maybe cut this part first. complete. Look nice. Okay, so like this one, see, right? And then let me cut. Actually, let me show you the layers first. Can you see the layers there? I told you, right? Can you see the layers? There's onion in the middle. See? Look at onion in the middle. See? Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't want to cut it, so just keep as it is. Yeah, maybe just for the presentation, I just cut this part. See, he's coming now to eat bread. He loves bread. He loves cucumber. No more? No. I'll leave it there. Leave it bread. Yeah. I spoiled him. See, small piece of bread next to it. No more? No, can I more? And then for the decoration, a little bit like sesame seed on the top. Looks very different, looks a bit different. I don't know if you can see here. Can you see? Here we go. A little bit of sesame seeds makes big different. Can you see? Maybe this camera is better, I don't know. I have 3 cameras here. Okay, so now, there we go. Looks there, my glasses are there. Sorry, it's kind of like messy here. So now, porridge, okay? You may think like, oh, how you can eat porridge? Look at this porridge. Sorry. I told you I can't be at the same time. Get my drive some nuts. Okay. Put out. Go sit. Go sit. Put out. Okay, now porridge. Today my time is. Small. Okay. Okay, so now what I usually have to show you. This is what I usually have. I'm just telling you something that I don't eat. This is our breakfast basket. Let's do everything she took my breakfast. It's crazy. These are the stuff for my breakfast. Okay, you look at sesame powder, walnut, cranberry. Oh, what's blueberry? Yes, we have blueberries. I thought about blueberry. Anyway, so I have all these things, and then the top of it a little bit more. Oh, your blueberries stuff. Blueberries here. Can you see me? Okay. This, I think, was a little bit too small. Anyway, so. Oh. Anyway, so. Sorry. like 1 or 2 cashew nuts. It's no good for the packet, but I'll just put a little bit because I love cashew nut. And the sesame. Oh, sorry, no sesame. Oh, God. Cinnamon. Cinnamon is very good at breakfast. A little bit of cinnamon on the top. And here, sesame powder. Sometimes the sesame powder is warm in the Tibetan medicine, but in some Chinese there's a sesame powder is neutral. And Ayurveda says warm, so a little bit cinnamon is warm, and then put a little bit of honey on the top. So actually, this breakfast actually cereal with the cold milk and the warm oatmeal basically takes similar time. It won't take more time than the what do you call it? Porridge, okay? Cereal. This is my breakfast raisin. This is lotus seed powder. My wife loves this kind of stuff. So, and then we have okay, like what is that with this Chinese powder? Yep, this is our breakfast basket. Can you see this? It's crazy. This breakfast basket. We have a lot of stuff in it. Hopefully, all the healthy part. Nuts, powders, anyway, so all this is here. This is my breakfast basket. I put it back. Okay, this is one breakfast option you can have. Another breakfast option you can have is this is what I eat. My wife loves to eat oatmeal. I think literally almost every day. Okay? So I like quinoa at breakfast. The boy is looking at me. He's probably having trouble this. And then a little bit of yogurt at the top. So I'm not talking about the healthy back-end breakfast, okay? I'm just talking about something fun sometimes. You know, shouldn't be very rigid all the time. So sometimes just a little bit of yogurt. And then everything is warm, really warm. And you can add nuts. You can add nuts. So this quinoa thing, you don't need to cook every single day. You can cook once for like a 2-3 breakfasts, right? You know, it's no time consuming if you cook every single time by yourself. It's too much time taking. So I think, cook for 2-3 days old is healthier than store made, all the preservation kind of stuff. Preservative stuff. So like here we go. This simple breakfast. This is simple lunch. You can put a little bit olive oil if you want to. Okay. And then here we go. This is my favorite bread. I don't want to cook now. Okay. What else? My raita is there. Okay, let me put this in my shirt here for the presentation. So you can see it. I'll show you. Can you see? And then a little bit cilantro on the top. Garnish. And then a little bit sesame seeds. Looks very different, I'm telling you. Okay, look at here. Let's miss it. I'll take a picture and send you guys. Okay. Here is the I don't know how to do this. Very odd shape. Let's see. This way. How is it? Look nice? Here is my. Can you see the camera can see me? Oh. Okay, that camera cannot see me. Okay, let me turn a little bit my camera towards me. Let me move my camera a little bit. Oh, okay, there we go. You can see me. Let me turn off my fan, the slide. There we go. What do you think about my meal preparation? Okay, usually, it won't take that long, 2 hours. Right now, what time is it now? Okay. That long. So today, because of presentation, I take time and don't be discarded. Oh, it's taking so much time. It's not worth it for like 2 people. No. That amount, usually I told you 2 to 6 people. Of course, it costs more, but time-wise, shouldn't be that much time. Okay. And so let me do short prayer as we usually do. And then I don't know if I may miss something during the preparation, but I really don't know. So I just do very organically because I cook regularly, so I don't need to particular preparation. Everything, okay, this is the thing. Everything I did today is not for show or presentation only. Okay, maybe herbs a little bit like I don't put like only bacon herbs in a breakfast, only cheaper herbs in the lunch. No, I won't do that. Okay, so life is short. Enjoy your meal sometimes, right? So, but I cook regularly, so that's why I'm not just today's. I'm not faking it. I just everything that I usually do. Okay, all the herbs. I didn't. Okay, everything that I have today is I always have in my kitchen. I didn't buy any single herb or ingredients only for today. That is the one I want to let you know. Okay, so let me put my camera a little bit. Turn that camera. I have 2 cameras here today. So, and look at this guy. So that's what I'm saying. So everything that I cook today is just my normal way. That's why I don't need to, just do very nicely, very careful. I just do very casual, and I hope you liked it. And as usual, we do short prayer. Look at this breakfast, so simple. You can add berries. You can add, any kind of nuts you like. Okay, so I like this breakfast more than the oatmeal porridge. So today, breakfast portion I didn't decorate well, so I focus more on this one. Okay, and here we go the plate. Look at your plate. And yeah, that's it. Let me bring my chair. Oh. Let me see. I was standing for like 2 hours. One more. Okay, let me make a short prayer. I'm not going to eat, so don't worry. What time is? Let me look at the time. My dad time is a little bit faster than the actual timing. Is only 7 minutes. Okay, perfect timing actually, by the way. What did I miss? Did I miss anything? No, right? Hopefully not. Okay, let me show you my meal when I was talking to you guys, so you can see this camera and that camera, both you can see the food. Okay, so okay, we're going to make short prayer, and then we can talk a little bit. That's the time. What is it? Thank you. See, mindful meditation. So dedication, as usual. So Tibetan Buddhism says, "Tokta ni la chawani." Brigan's boy asking me. Tokta ni la chawani means, Toma means beginning, and Tama means at the end. So you should have 2 activities at the beginning. Look at him. He's asking me, no. At the beginning, at the end, right? At the beginning, setting your motivation. At the end, dedication. So the reason to having a good motivation at the beginning, so it is like a source of the river, right? If the source of the river is clean, no matter how much you contaminate it in the middle of the stream, the river, you always have a chance to have a clean water because the source is clean. Same thing. If you set up your right mindset, a good motivation, and then of course, as a regular human being, during the process of meditation, your practice, whatever you do, you may have some kind of like different different thoughts come in, but still, since you have a clean source at the beginning, so you won't damage, you won't destroy your practice because there is a chance to having a clean motivation, right? And my mindset, right? So that's one reason. And then at the end, dedication. Dedication is more like a seal all the good karma. So as a Buddhist, so whatever the karma we accumulate is not for this lifetime only, it's for your next lifetime, right? For accumulating. So until it's like saving your money in account, savings account, to reach to your goal, either to buy a house or buy a nice car or whatever. So it's like the same as like this. So our Buddhist ultimate goal is buying an aeroplane, Buddhahood, right? It's like the highest level is our Buddhahood. So that's why we save all our karmas, good karmas, to achieve enlightenment. So that's why every single time you do a dedication, is more like you're putting your karmas in a savings account. So they keep saving, accumulating until you reach to the, enlightenment, right? Same thing. So that's why dedication is very important. So now it is cooking class, but it's not like, we're just gossiping and rumoring to other people, right? So it's cooking. It's very important. So it is for your survival, right? If you survive in a healthy life, so you can help more people, right? So that's why even though cooking could be your spiritual practice, if you have a good mindset, right? I'm eating, as we're gonna have the prayer. Like, remember last week we prayed? So I'm eating this as a medicine, right? Not to show off, to build up my physical body, right? And then why? To sustain my body, to help other living beings, or to achieve enlightenment, or whatever, so on and so on. So that is the right mindset when you eat. So I'm going to make the prayer now, okay? First, I'm going to make a prayer to the medicine Buddha. So this boy, he wants me to massage him constantly. So just, okay. So during this class, we talk about healthy cooking. So we talk about healthy cooking. So the healthy cooking that helps you to survive healthy life, that you can help other beings. So may all the good karma that we accumulated during this class to benefit all living beings. Toja gola nyobe jomden de tsezan debe ngendro dones. Dozo meneze sange menge la bendro ya ye wela cheba. Kaze medan jawa riba ye deja shedan mewa denjin. Gyaje mala nyebe chi mala tsaje mala lune bashi ko. Chanjo semjo rinpo je ma ge ba nam ge yuji. Gyaba nyamba meba yang kone kondo pewa sho. Okay, so we are done. So I don't want to go too much about the what do you call it? Long Tibetan vegan spices and food thing because you already studied, right? So I don't want to take so much time. And thank you very much. And hope you like my dish. And hopefully all of us be in the Pure Land farm and cook together, having a good time. So today, I'm sorry, it's my I can enjoy it, but you just look at it here.
Thank you, Lobsang. Please enjoy your lunch.
Sure, I will, Christina. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Okay, bye. So let me, oops. Momo, don't disturb me.